Winston now to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prep for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
Jameis now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Second down, Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On third down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. After the interception, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Here's Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Ready. White 25. White 50. White 50. White. Sonic.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Winston from the gun on third down. Forced out to his left. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Winston now. Caught. It's Huff. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dontari Poe able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. From the gun, Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's a first-round pick, Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the first-rounder, Vernon Hargraves. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Winston now from the 50. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. On third down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On fourth down, one of the Bucs off-season signees. It's the former Jag, Brian Anger, to punt it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. Zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Ryan on second down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It's caught over the middle. Hooper. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give the Falcons a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller because that has happened.
This is caught inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And that's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. The rookie Deion Jones picked it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And here now come the Falcons.
Well, these two, Winston and Evans, formed a pretty good bond in Winston's rookie year. But they're still getting to know each other, and this one's going to wind up intercepted.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down, Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Ready, blue ready. Let's go.
Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. On first down, Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Ready, blue ready.
Now Jameis on second down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Another carry now for Rodgers. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. And now they're in the hurry up. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays.
And a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. One receiver to the left is Evans. Following the interception, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Josh Huff, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Easy. Flip it. Flip, 150.
On 3rd down, Winston. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ready.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. He leaps over him, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A pickup there of 37. And it'll give the Falcons a first down.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 13 and also a first down. Fresh set of downs here.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Ready.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Winston now. Caught. It's Huff. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. And the back goes into motion. Jameis now on first down. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
That was a pretty scramble there by Jameis Winston. But I've got to tell you, partner, if you just put him in a regular event, just watch him run, you're not going to think that he's going to do that. But you turn on the bright lights, Jameis Winston can run, wiggle, and pick up first downs. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Backing up, going for the deep ball. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On the ground, Rodgers. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. Going to be a pickup of 13 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Now Sims. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
My 50, my 50. My 50, my 50. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Sonic, ready, blue ready. Easy, easy, easy.
4th down, Winston. And it is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And it's a short kick taken right around the 19. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Winston now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Ready? Blue lady. Let's go. Flip it. Safety creeping. Sonic. Wide. Get wide. Sonic. 25. Check 25. Winston.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lowered.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now Winston. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
First down, Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The rookie Deion Jones picked it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Give him 18 on that one. And the Falcons are going to get a first.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them, and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes just through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
On second down, Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, and it's 4th down. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
2nd down and 4.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Sonic, kill.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. One receiver to the left is Evans. On 1st and 10, Winston. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Now that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And he'll tell his team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ready? Blue, ready. Go. Flip, easy.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the red zone now, Winston. Time for a break. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They'll run the option left. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Jameis to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Here's the option going right. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Winston to throw for it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Well, the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Matt Bosher now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Yards that time on the punt, and possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing, Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter.